The bleak marsh stretches to the edge of seeing, where the sky and the ground become one. No tree grows out there and no bird lands under the winter sun. My father walked into the bleak marsh once. On a January afternoon, he said he needed to be where nothing grew. He came back by the moon. Bleak marsh lament, bleak marsh cold. Bleak marsh is what you go to when you fall. Bleak marsh cold, bleak marsh wide. Bleak marsh is where the grief goes to hide. Bleak marsh lament, bleak marsh gray. I walk out to the bleak marsh today. Let the nothing hold me for a while. Let the bleak marsh walk me the last mile. Has a sound you can't describe, a kind of ringing without bells, a vibration in the frozen ground itself that the winter marsh exhales. My mother said it was the bones of things that died there long ago, still resonating through the frozen peat, in a key only the dead know. Bleak marsh lament, bleak marsh cold. Bleak marsh is what you go to when you fall. Bleak marsh cold, bleak marsh wide. Bleak marsh is where the grief goes to hide. Bleak marsh lament, bleak marsh gray. I'll walk out to the bleak marsh today. Let the nothing hold me for a while. Let the bleak marsh walk me the last mile. Where the marsh grass ends and I breathe out what I can't translate. The bleak marsh takes it without judgment, without offering anything back. Sometimes the best a landscape offers is just its cold and absolute black. The river came up in the night last spring, took everything up to the sill. It left behind a coat of silver mud and a silence deep and still. My daughter played beside that river bank from the day that she could walk. Now the river plays her music back to me on the reeds when the night birds talk. siltwater sing to me the lullaby she used to ask of me. I stand at the bank and I'll call to the deep silt water, give her back her sleep. The fishermen say that on Midsummer's Eve a girl walks out on a stone. Her dress is the color of a river clay, and she never walks alone. They say she leads the young ones in who follow her glowing light. I know my daughter's face in any dark, I know her voice any night. Siltwater, siltwater, carry her name down to the sea where all rivers came. Siltwater, hold what I couldn't hold. Siltwater, keep her from the cold. Siltwater, siltwater, sing to me the lullaby she used to ask of me. I'll stand at the bank and I'll call to the deep silt water, give her back her sleep. Beside this river 40 years, I know its moods like my own blood. I know it takes without apology and gives back only mud. But every night I set a lantern out upon the old stone wall, just in case my daughter finds her way and needs a light to follow home with all.
Tastes like blood and rust, like everything this county gives. You drink it long enough, you start to think that's just what water is. My grandfather drank it 60 years, his teeth went black by 45. He said the ironwell built this family, and the ironwell would take our lives. Ironwell blues, ironwell deep, ironwell keeps what you promised to keep. Ironwell cold, ironwell true, for you. Ironwell blues, ironwell night, ironwell never let anyone fight you. Just drink and you swallow and you bow your head. Ironwell blues until you're dead. A stone in the ironwell once, in grief. He said he heard it fall for a full 10 seconds before it hit beneath. He said something answered from below the stone, a voice that wasn't whine. He covered the well with the old barn door and never spoke of it again. Ironwell blues, ironwell deep. Ironwell keeps what you promised to keep. Ironwell cold, ironwell true. Ironwell's been waiting for you. Ironwell blues, ironwell night. Ironwell never let anyone fight you. Just drink and you swallow and you bow your head. Ironwell blues until you die. I'm signing the deed and I'm gone. I'm leaving the ironwell to whoever wants whatever darkness lives in the stone. But sometimes in the city late at night, I wake with that taste in my mouth, that iron and blood and rust on my tongue, calling me back to the south.
I keep the vigil by the stone each year on the day that she was born. Not the day she died, the day she came to light, because I still need to mourn. The born day feels like something worth remembering. The died day feels like loss. But the born day feels like she was real and here, and that's the grief worth the cost. Gravemoss vigil, gravemoss prayer, I speak your name into the empty air. Gravemoss vigil, gravemoss stone, I was never meant to do this alone. Gravemoss birthday, gravemoss light, burning one candle through the gravemoss night. If you can hear me anywhere in the ground, gravemoss vigil, you are found. Gravemoss has grown thick since the first year. The stone is half consumed in green. I take it as the earth accepting her, pulling her into what I mean. by home, by rest, by something gentler than the life she had a chance to start. The moss grows where the grief is richest, grows where the love was in my heart. Grave moss vigil, grave moss prayer, I speak your name into the empty air. Grave moss vigil, grave moss stone, I was never meant to do this alone. Grave moss birthday, grave moss light, burning one candle through the grave moss night. If you can hear me anywhere in the ground, grave moss vigil, you are found. Someday I won't come to the stone in winter. Someday someone else will tend this place, or no one will, and the moss will take it all, and the stone will lose her name and face, but she'll still be held inside the earth regardless, inside the root, the rock, the rain. The grave moss vigil is just my way of saying I haven't lost her yet again.
Grows fast on a fresh turned grave, faster than mercy grows in a man. I've watched it cover the ones I've known since the grief inside me began. The grave digger whistles while he works. He's made his peace with the dead. He says the moss don't care who you were, it just grows on what it's fed. Mossgrave, cover me green, cover what I was and all I have been. Mossgrave, grow thick and slow, let no one remember what's buried below. Mossgrave, hold what I gave, let the living keep moving past my grave. Mossgrave, take me into the stone. Mossgrave, I'm ready to go home. His own grave out behind his father's field. He measured it twice with a piece of old rope and then covered it and healed. He lived another 30 years after that. They say he slept soundly each night. Said there's peace in knowing where you're going. Said it settled something right. Mossgrave, cover me green, cover what I was and all I have been. Mossgrave, grow thick and slow, let no one remember what's buried below. Mossgrave, hold what I gave, let the living keep moving past my grave. Mossgrave, take me into the stone. mossgrave, I'm ready to go home. Graves in this churchyard with no names, just a number carved in stone. The ones who had no one to write their name, the ones who died alone. I come here on the dark of the moon, and I speak to each unnamed one. I tell them someone knows they were alive before the moss came and was done. Mudcrow sits on the old levee fence and watches the water go by. He's been there every morning for 30 years, at least that long by my eye. My father called it a bad omen bird, said it shows up when someone will drown. He said the mudcrow watched the levee break in '65 and watched the whole third ward go down. Mudcrow ballad, mudcrow eye, watching everything before it dies. Mudcrow perched on the sorrow fence, watching since before it all made sense. Mudcrow ballad, mudcrow wing, black against the sun, announcing everything. It never cries and it never calls, it just watches from the levee wall. I've seen it on the morning the child was lost. I've seen it the day the mill closed down. I've seen it sitting on my own front gate the morning I nearly left this town. I walked out to it with my packed up bags. It looked at me and didn't move. I put my bags back in the hall that day. I don't know what I had to prove. Mudcrow ballad, mudcrow eye, watching everything before it dies. Mudcrow perched on the sorrow fence, watching since before it all made sense. Mudcrow ballad, mudcrow wing, black against the sun, announcing everything. It never cries and it never calls, it just watches from the levee wall. Last spring I found the mudcrow on the ground beneath the levee fence at dawn. lying still with its wings spread perfect wide, like it knew how to be gone. I buried it beside the water's edge, marked the spot with a piece of white stone. Since then the levee's been quiet in the mornings, and I've been more alone. The congregation left before the frost, left the hymnals on the floor. Brother James was found inside the well. Nobody looked no more. The deacon said the Lord provides for all. The deacon took the land. We sang the hymns with empty bellies then, with bloody tithe in hand. Crooked hymn, crooked hand, crooked cross upon this crooked land. Sing it low, sing it wrong. We've been singing the crooked hymn too long. Crooked God, crooked grace, crooked smile on a crooked face. Still I bow my head and mouth the words, crooked hymns for a crooked world. My sister took the veil at 17. Said she heard the calling clear. By 23 she'd wept the veil to rags, and the Lord had disappeared. I watched her sit in empty churches then, talking to the stone. Some people pray so hard and long enough they learn to be alone. Crooked hymn, crooked hand, crooked cross upon this crooked land. Sing it low, sing it wrong. We've been singing the crooked hymn too long. Crooked God, crooked grace, crooked smile on a crooked face. Still I bow my head and mouth the words, crooked hymns for a crooked world. On Sunday morning all the trucks are gone from the gravel parking lot. The steeple leans a little to the east, like everything that's rotting off. I light a candle not for God above, but for the ones below, the ones who never got the crooked hymn, the ones the Lord let go. a saint when he healed the Watkins girl who'd been sick since she was 3. He laid his hands on her at the river bend, and she walked home clear and free. I knew him when he was just a man, before the stories made him glass. I knew the things he did in his own darkness. I watched the ember years go past. Emberglass saint, emberglass glow. Emberglass is what you make of what you know. Half the fire and half the shine, half the darkness claiming to be divine. Emberglass saints, emberglass clear, showing what the people need to hear. I won't call you liar, I won't call you true. Emberglass saint, I just knew you. And confessed without the costume of his name. He sat at my table and he wept a long time. He told me everything that he became. He said the Watkins girl had been improving 3 days before he touched her side. He just arrived at the right moment, wept. He said he couldn't hold the tide. Emberglass saint, emberglass glow. Emberglass is what you make of what you know. Half the fire and half the shine, half the darkness claiming to be divine. Emberglass saint, emberglass clear, showing what the people need to hear. I won't call you liar, I won't call you true. Emberglass saint, I just knew you. Died in March, the whole county mourned. They put his likeness in the church. I sat in the back pew at the funeral and watched them worship from my perch. The saint they loved was partly true and partly the story that the story needs. All saints are made of emberglass and darkness. All saints begin as seeds.
From ironbark, they bent but never broke. They raised the children through the famines and the wars, through every grief that came in smoke. They never asked for softness or for mercy, they asked for what they'd earned. They put their hands in everything that burned and came out rough and stern. Ironbark testament, ironbark line, women made a harder things than wine. Ironbark mother, ironbark hand, ironbark is how you take a stand. Ironbark across the water in the winter with 4 children and 30 pounds. She said she never looked back at the shore, she only looked at where she was bound. She built her life in an unfamiliar country with her ironbark spine and her name. She never spoke of what she left behind, but I know all the same. Ironbark testament, ironbark line, women made of harder things than wine. Ironbark mother, ironbark hand, ironbark is how you take a stand. Ironbark testament running through my blood, women who walk barefoot through the mud. I carry every one of them in me. Ironbark testament, I'm free. I'm the last of the line with the old name. The daughters took their husbands' names and went, but the ironbark lives in me regardless, no matter where the family was sent. I say their names before I go to sleep. I say them like a prayer or a sword. Every woman who survived to give me life, every woman who endured. I speak to the ash tree every morning, my lips at the root where it splits. I tell it the names of my dead in order, the names and the dates and the bits. The ash tree has listened for 30 years, its roots have grown around my voice. The forest keeps its own kind of record, the forest doesn't ask you to rejoice. Ashroot prayer, ashroot name, ashroot holds what I cannot claim. Speak into the roots, speak into the wood, speak everything I could and couldn't and should. Ashroot prayer, ashroot vow, the ash tree is the only altar now. I'll kneel in the mud with my forehead down. Ashroot prayer in the root brown ground. There was a woman before me at this tree. I found her initials cut deep in the bark. She came before the wars, before the roads, before the village lost its dark. I wonder what she whispered in the wood, what bed she named in the rain. The ash tree holds her prayers and mine together. The tree doesn't separate our pain. Ashroot prayer, ashroot name, ashroot holds what I cannot claim. Speak into the roots, speak into the wood, speak everything I could and couldn't and should. Ashroot prayer, ashroot vow, the ash tree is the the bark, so they say. I've been sitting at its roots 3 days straight. I don't think I'm moving away. Let them come with their saws and their helmets on. Let them take what the tree is above. They cannot cut out the 30 years of whispers. They cannot cut out the names of my love.
I dug a hole behind the churchyard wall where the preacher never looks. I buried every promise that I made, every lie inside my books. The soil took my name without a word. The worms don't ask you why. A man can disappear into the ground just as easy as he'll die. Hollow graves, hollow ground. Hollow is the only thing I found. God don't answer out here in the dark, just the silence where there used to be a heart. Hollow grace, hollow road. I've been carrying a man I don't know, walking through this life like borrowed time. Hollow grace was never mine. My mother kept a photo on the wall of a man I used to be. She dusted off on Sunday after church, like she still believed in me. I called her once in October rain. She didn't pick the phone. Some people keep the dead alive, and some just keep alone. Hollow grace, hollow ground. Hollow is the only thing I found. God don't answer out here in the dark, just the silence where there used to be a heart. Hollow grace, carrying a man I don't know, walking through this life like borrowed time, hollow grace was never mine. The winter came and took the last old oak that stood beside the fence. I didn't mourn it long, I recognized the way that dying went. Now I sit out on the rotten porch and watch the field go gray, wondering if the hole I've dug back there is wide enough someday. The fox died under the woodpile last January. I found it when the snow withdrew. Its bones were clean by March, picked perfect by whatever winter creatures do. I kept the skull on the windowsill through April and talked to it in the dark. Something about the hollow of an eye socket helps a man find the mark. Foxbone winter, foxbone cold. Foxbone is how the story gets told. Something dies so something understands what lives beneath the skin of frozen lands. Foxbone winter, foxbone night. Foxbone is what you hold in the light when the living can't give you what you need. Foxbone winter, foxbone creed. My neighbor said it was unhealthy talk to speak to dead things in the house. I said she kept a portrait of her dead husband in every room in the house. She never answered, just looked at her hands. I think she understood. Some grief takes the shape of what it finds. Some grief takes what it should. Foxbone winter, foxbone cold. Foxbone is how the story gets told. Something dies so something understands what lives beneath the skin of frozen lands. Foxbone winter, what you hold in the light when the living can't give you what you need. Foxbone winter, foxbone creek. By April I return the skull to the woodpile, put it where the fox had lain. The spring came on and covered it with moss, and I didn't need it again. But every January when the cold comes hard and the silence fills the wood, I think about that clean and perfect skull, and I think it understood.
He came to town on a Thursday night with silver rings on every hand. He said he'd seen the far side of the world and had money, had a plan. I watched him from the general store window, watched the women lean his way. By Friday I knew what kind of man he was. By Sunday he would pay. Blackthorn road, blackthorn night. Some roads don't wait for morning light. I walked that road with iron in my hand, and I did what the devil understands. Blackthorn road, blackthorn dawn. By the time they found him, I was gone. Don't ask me what I buried in the clay on the blackthorn road that day. My sister had a silver ring on her hand by the end of the second week. She smiled at supper, but she couldn't eat, and she never dared to speak. I heard the sounds through the thin wall at night, sounds no sister should hear. I sharpened my grandfather's hunting knife through the whole long month of fear. Blackthorn road, blackthorn night. Some wrongs don't wait for morning light. I walked that road with iron in my hand, and I did what the devil understands. Blackthorn road, blackthorn dawn. By the time they found him, I was gone. Don't ask me what I buried in the clay on the blackthorn road that day. never sent the sheriff to my door. They never asked me where I'd been. A town knows what a town needs to forget, and what is justice and what is sin. My sister wears no silver rings today. She tends the yard and hoes, and every spring the blackthorn blooms so thick where the creek beneath the old bridge runs.
The bell in the hollow rings itself at midnight, has done since the flood of 1809, when the bell ringer's family went under, and the water rose past the steeple line.
Nobody touches the rope in the tower. The rope hangs coiled and still, but every midnight the bell in the hollow rings out across the hill.
Deadbell hollow,
deadbell ring,
ringing for the ones who couldn't swim. Deadbell hollow,
count the toll.
one ring for every borrowed soul. Deadbell hollow,
Listen close.
the bell remembers every ghost.
It counts them out in the midnight air.
Deadbell hollow,
We're all there.
the parish priest tried to silence the bell.
Cut the clapper out in the fall,
But the bell rang louder than it had before.
without the clapper there at all. He packed his cassock and he left by dawn.
Said the hollow was older than God.
The new priest never spoke about the bell, and we never thought it odd.
Deadbell hollow,
Deadbell ring,
ringing for the ones who couldn't swim. Deadbell hollow,
count the toll.
one ring for every borrowed soul.
Deadbell hollow, listen close.
The bell remembers every ghost.
It counts them out in the midnight air.
Deadbell hollow,
We're all there.
my grandmother was born the year of the flood.
She said she always slept right through.
Said the bell was just the hollow breathing.
Said she was family of the drowned too. the ones who stayed just out of reach.